Back to the GTO League. It's time for the GTO Strictly Stock Series here at Northern Isle Speedway. The GTO League is brought to you by Metz Painting, where improvement is their specialty. And as always, I am joined by a two-time champion of the league, Rashad Metz. Rashad, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome, Miles. It's good to be back in the booth once again to commentate one of these GTO Series Strictly Stock Series races, and I'm super excited to be back here at Northern Isle, but this time under the lights.
Yeah, this is our first night race of the season, first official night race. So look at these schemes shine here tonight underneath the lights. Now, we did race here earlier in the season when that 125 lap race, and here during the day. How do you think things are going to differ here during the night race?
I think this track's going to have a lot more grip. I think these drivers are going to be driving a little bit more aggressive today with the new grip, with the grip advantage. I just think these drivers need to be mindful to that bump in turn two. This track it looks easy on paper. There's two left turns. You think it's easy, but both of these corners are shaped differently and they have different characteristics. So turn two and turn four have both been showing complications on the exit of the corner. So seeing how these drivers navigate that at high speed is going to be that's going to show who's the best around this racetrack.
I mean, you've been commentating a lot of Winston Cup Series races recently on our channel, so make sure to check out the GTO Winston Cup Series. So we're making a little transition back here. This is the first points race we've ran in a couple weeks now due to our mid-season break in the Strictly Stock Series. How do you think these drivers are going to have to adjust and get back into that rhythm of running a race every Sunday night?
I think these drivers are going to be rusty. I think these drivers are going to have to put back in time their daily schedules to maybe get some practice on some of the tracks they're not very good at. But I'm super excited to be back in the booth. I'm super excited to see these cars back on track, and hopefully these drivers aren't too rusty after a midseason break.
Well, let's waste no more time. It's time for the Renegade Films 150. Let's go down for the Metz Painting Grid Walk. And starting on pole for tonight's event is the two-time champion Rashad Metz and the number 24 Lowe's scheme. He's following in his favorite driver's footsteps, running his favorite driver's scheme, Jimmy Johnson, that is. He's a huge Jimmy Johnson fan in real life. And now Rashad Metz, he didn't think he was going to have the speed coming in this week, was not looking forward to running this race, but he put her on pole during qualifying. He says, you know what? If I keep choosing the inside lane during those restarts, maybe I can keep this 24 car up front. He's fighting for that first place in the points battle as you see that yellow spoiler, so look for Rashad Metz to be keeping that 24 car up front.
Rolling off next, we have the number 60 of Nicholas Collier and that Renegade Films Mustang. Beautiful scheme. I say just beautiful. Just go check out Nicholas Collier on his Instagram, and he can show you more about Renegade Films. But I'm super excited to see what they're going to produce, and I'm super excited for Nicholas Collier to start P2 in this race. Brought a hot rod, a really fast race car to the race today.
And rolling off P3 is Javen Tucker. Javen Tucker is trying to bounce back this week. Had some issues at Brudex. Ended up having to fall out of the race early, which ended up taking him out of championship contention. So he's looking to bounce back here today. He's got a fast number 99 Pride car. Check out Pride Apparel on their Instagram and other social media sites. And he said he really wants to have a fast race here tonight. He's looking forward. He's got a fast 99 car. So look for that Monte Carlo to be running up front.
Rolling off next, we have the 33 of Coco and that beautiful Chevrolet, Virginia Tech Chevrolet. Looking forward to see what he's going to do today. I think it's his first start with the GTO series. Puts it into a great position. Starting off, I think, P4. Yeah, P4 today, which is incredible by him for somebody starting on the rookie. Let's see what he has the speed. Let's see if he can get it done today. Rolling off next, we have Miles Johnson in that beautiful Havoline Ford Mustang today. Miles Johnson, one of the favorites for every oval track. Really, really fast. I'm looking forward to see if he can find his way to the lead. And if he gets up there, I know he is not going to be somebody that's going to be easy to pass because Miles Johnson has been fast here. Just made a little bit of a mistake during qualifying. But once he gets that clean air, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Rolling off right behind him is C.J. Howe. This is the worst starting position C.J. Howe has had all season. C.J. Howe has won the pole for every single event except for two races, which Miles Johnson and Rashad Metz won the pole for. So definitely not the qualifying effort that 58 car wanted, but look for that GRT Toyota Camry to be running toward the front in the Renegade's Film 150.
Rolling off next, we have Donnie Wu, somebody that's still in contention for the championship. Not the qualifying effort that he would have liked today. He's been struggling with practice on the exits, turns 3 and 4, as well as the exits of turn 2. So we're looking forward to see if he can get a better balance with the car. I said the car is just really loose, in tight condition, battling back and forth. But Donnie is on the edge of the points, being in contention for the championship. So hopefully he can get a good result and find his way higher up in the point standings and still have a shot at it come Daytona.
Going off right behind him is the number 24 car of Dante here in the Pepsi. Dante made a start earlier this season at BB Raceway, finished well inside the top 10, had a really fast number 24 car. He says he's looking to improve on that. He's done a little practice here tonight, so he's saying he's trying to learn all he can and have some fun racing with his friends. So look for the 24 car to be running up front with the other 24 car.
Rolling on next, we have the 51 of Peganex running that beautiful Old Spice Dodge Charger here. Super excited to see what Peganex can do. He's really fast. In most of these races, he doesn't make a lot of starts, but when he does make starts, he is actually pretty quick. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of performance he can put on for us today.
Rolling off right behind them is Miles Turner. It's been a while since we've seen Miles Turner. I believe it's been all the way back in Daytona when he finished 3rd place. So Miles Turner, he's part of that Miles Johnson Motorsports driver development program. Man, has he been developing, as you see him with that beautiful Lightning McQueen helmet and suit on inside the cab. So Miles Turner, look for him to be getting that Honda Accord up front. Maybe he can get Honda's first ever win here tonight.
Rolling off next, we have the beautiful Skeet number 9 Dodge Charger of Zay Smitty here. Zay Smitty is not getting the best qualifying that he has had. Hopefully looking forward to charge through the pack. He's working through some very ill handling, some handling issues with his race car, but hopefully he can find his way back to the front.
And that's it for your Mets Painting Grid Walk. We are about to get the Renegade Films 150 underway here at Northern Isle Speedway. This is going to be a fun one to watch. And the green flag is out. We are racing in the Renegades Films 150.
Shot gets a great restart. Nicholas Collier does as well. He's
Three
gonna
wide
fall
all the way back there in the pack already.
Oh wow, side by side. That's really
Look
gonna stack
at the
these
pack
cars
back
up.
here. Woo, 3 wide again, 4 wide. Lots of contact in the back of the pack.
The corners are really tight. Miles Johnson.
Oh, Johnson
Wow!
goes around in the middle of the pack. Caution is out early.
Oh my gosh, what a hard hit for Miles Johnson.
Not what Johnson wanted to start this event. Let's see what happened here.
If you're gonna make the mistake, make it early. That's what I say. We still have a lot of racing.
Let's see, 4 wide moving off of turn 4, but I believe he hit those turn 2 bumps.
Yep.
Right behind Donnie Wu, took the air off the front end and unfortunately went around. Let's take a look at the in-car camera.
He's really pushing that car hard. You see, as he was integrating. Oh. Yeah, he stayed. He kept his foot in it, and it got checked up a little bit on the inside lane behind Donnie Wu when he got a run. Couldn't get it slowed up in time.
Unfortunate turn of events. And the bumps in turn 2 have claimed the first victim. Rashad, I'm going to ask you one question. How many victims do you think we're going to see get taken by the turn 2 bumps? We saw well over 20 cautions last race. The last time we were here, it was the most cautions in GTO history in one race. How many cautions from the turn 2 bumps do you think we're going to see tonight?
Honestly, I think what we need to do before we go green here, honestly, I think it's easier to say how many people won't get taken out by the turn 2 bumps. I think everybody's name is going to be on the wall today with being victims of the turn 2 bumps. Just who isn't going to be a victim of the turn 2 bumps might actually be somebody that wins this race tonight.
As we are back to green flag racing. Whoa, people making moves all over the racetrack. Look at this. Jamin Tucker all over the place. Lots of contact there.
Jamin Tucker is bouncing around.
Ooh,
3
a big
wide.
moment. 3 wide. Peganex on the bottom. Donnie Wu gets the worst of it. Ooh, hard to the wall in the back. Oh, he's going to go around. Hard wreck in the mid-pack. That's going to bring another caution out.
Looks like Miles Johnson just dumped him on purpose. I'm just kidding. But like, Donnie Wu got loose off,
bouncing
there's
off the wall. There's a 3 wide moment there. If we can see.
Yeah, there was. Thought he would bounce off the wall.
3 wide moment. I believe Johnson got tight to his inside. Everyone's just getting shoved up the...
That was a hard hit. He came off the bank and went straight up into the wall.
Let's take a look at the in-car camera. It's so hard to race back in the middle of the pack. Just see, look how much contact there is. Yeah, got bounced off the wall and...
Hard hit. It just shows you how difficult it is to race these cars.
Camera of Johnson here to see what happened.
Johnson bounced the wall himself, got loose himself as well. I think Johnson gave Picanex a little bit of a tap on the exit of turn 4.
A lot of hands. And it's just so much ping-ponging and stuff in the middle of the pack. As we've seen here, last time we were here, we had a lot of new racers come in. Hopefully this race will be a little bit more calmer than we did last time. 2 cautions already, and we're only on lap 7, so we may be en route to set another record for most cautions in a race. Hopefully we aren't.
Got a long way to go in this race. You see Rashad Mintz picks that inside groove as the leader gets the opportunity to choose the outside or inside. That's about to go green. Let's see.
The green flag is back out in the Renegade Films 150. What a jump!
What a push by Javen Tucker.
And 4
Shot gets
wide
shuffled
for the
out.
lead, shuffled out. Racing hard everywhere. 3, 4 wide.
Look at Coco making moves all the way up to P3 already. Tries to hit the slide job, goes into the wall. Rashad managed to get back around him. But look at Dante. Dante in P2 right now. I think Rashad put him in the wall just now on the corner exit. I think these drivers are starting to single file out a little bit in the lead.
Oh,
Miles Johnson! Oh, what a save!
What a
Oh
save!
my God!
I told you he had a couple of good
gosh.
saves.
Completely sideways off the corner. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I gotta get the in-car camera on this. I've been waiting.
Goes into the corner. Back and just comes around. What a save. Snapped that wheel right back to the left where he needed to and got it going.
That was... And we are going to stay green now. That is something as they are about wrecked on the front straightaway.
But Javen Tucker is to the lead.
Oh, we got a battle going on here for the lead.
Dante trying to go to the inside, and he does. Goes way down to the bottom.
Slide job it. No, he can't quite get there.
Shot is hunting Javen Tucker right now.
That's going to try to go to the inside now. Can he force a mistake? Oh, we got someone around.
Javen Tucker's around.
Tucker spun out of 3rd place and hits the wall again. Let's see what happened here. I do not know.
That's not a good camera angle. Let's see if we can get
Let's see if we can get a better camera. There we go. Seems like he got very loose off the high lane.
Let's go to the hood camera shot to see if there was some contact. There might have been a little contact between the 2 drivers.
The in-car camera here of Rashad Metz.
Nope, there was no
I
contact.
do not believe there was. Here's the roof camera of Donnie Wu, who's behind all these drivers. See Javen Tucker at the top of your screen.
Look how Donnie Wu's car is just stepping. Did you see how?
Yeah, he just got loose
snapping
by
in the rear?
himself on the top lane and ended up going around. So 3rd caution, I believe, already. Johnson has moved back up into 5th after an amazing save. Zay Smitty started last, I believe, is up to 6th. So we got some big movers here during this race. This is... What you thinking of this racing here so far?
This racing has been pretty solid so far. I wish we can get a little bit longer of a green flag run to see who's really the strongest in the pack right now. So far, we're pretty jumbled up, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys can do because in qualifying, especially the guys who watched is Rashad, Nicholas Collier, Javen Tucker, Coco's in there, and Miles Johnson. Actually, the whole field, just majority of the field, qualified within a tenth of each other, which is spectacular.
And we're going back to green flag racing here, 15 laps in to the Renegade Films 150. And you may ask, why is the 150? We made a decision during the pre-race, during the drivers' meeting, to shorten the length from the 150 lap race it was supposed to be to 115 lap due to the amount of cautions we had last time we were here.
Just a little bit of precautionary measures to make sure this
last time we were here. Whoa!
Do you see that slide by Dante? Oh my goodness!
Lots of slide. Johnson hooking it around the outside.
See, once you give up that outside lane, you're going to lose a lot of positions. You're going to lose them fast.
Ooh, Donnie Woo. Johnson now up to P2.
And he's hunting for the lead sideways again. Miles Johnson has been trying to get every bit of speed out of the car. Again.
I do not know if that's going to bring out a caution. It does.
When is Miles Johnson going to stop overdriving the car?
He's trying to get out of that car right now. I believe
Miles
he's
Johnson.
A little frustrated after that qualifying effort not going the way it does. You see he hits those bumps in turn 2 and almost had another save. But
well, not enough room on the racetrack.
Rashad Metz is still your leader. If you remember, almost 2 years ago now, Johnson and Rashad Metz battled it out for the first ever championship here at Northern Isle, where they both split the wins. Rashad won 5 wins, or had 5 wins, and Johnson had 5 wins. They split the season, the only 2 drivers to win that season. That's a crazy stat to think about from back in the past.
It really is. But the experience that both those drivers have, it really shows it's going to come to fruition here.
As a real mess, Javen Tucker
jumps the restart by a country mile.
I believe he said he's going to give himself a penalty over the radio, so he's dropping back a little bit, giving up his position. As we are 3 wide again. What is happening in the back of the pack?
Look how close those drivers are to each other in these corners. There's not a lot of room to make mistakes.
Whoa!
Oh my
God! Into the pits!
Oh my gosh!
We have a driver into the pits.
That was a hard hit.
That was a very, very hard hit. Let's see if we can...
It looked like a semi-brake failure. I think they're going to be... The way he couldn't get the car stopped, so it looked like he pulled the handbrake in after he got nudged out wide. He got bumped way out wide out of the groove.
Let's see here.
Boink.
Yeah, just straight in the pit lane. Nothing he could have done. That's definitely going to bring out a caution, I believe. Yes, it is. They are slowing down.
Stacking up.
There's a lot of things are happening that... Rashad Metz has pretty much dominated the first half of this race. Nicholas Collier holding on pretty well to his second place spot. Dropped back a little bit in the earlier section of this race.
I'll tell you, Nicholas Collier is fast this race. He is very, very quick.
Coming off that win last week, or last time we raced for a points race, he won at Route X, so he's looking to kind of continue that because he's 3rd place in points right now. He still get that yellow spoiler on the car, and he's my dark horse pick for the championship, so never know what's going to happen here at Northern Isle.
Well, my pick was Javen Tucker, and Javen Tucker is out of the championship hunt for this season. So I think they're going to red flag the field because there is some issues going on with Dante's car. I think they're checking the damages after smacking the barrels. Don't want him to go a lap down.
Get it back to rolling. See if we're going to go back to green flag racing here as we are. Metz leads her down in the turn 1. Look at this camera angle, loving it. Those cars shining under the lights. That beautiful low scheme.
Oh, we're going 3 wide. Almost 3 wide. Nicholas Collier's going for it.
Johnson to the bottom.
Man. Nicholas Collier went wide out of the corner, and Miles Johnson cut down. What a great strategy by him, putting him in P2 After that 2 spins,
Oh,
and he spins again!
Make that 3 spins. You spoke too soon.
All 3 victims of the bump this race have been Miles Johnson.
That wasn't even the bump. That was out of turn 4.
Well, the track has character.
Very much, and Miles Johnson is finding every single bit of that character to begin this race.
That just shows you how hard Miles Johnson is driving, how bad Miles wants to win this race.
Johnson has not went the victory lane since the beginning of the year. He did finish second last week, only finished off the podium once this season so far. I think he's hungry to get that thing back in victory lane, but he's definitely not going to be able to do it if he's spinning out every 2 laps.
That's very, very true. With these drivers, Rashad's going to line back up on the inside row.
And
Seems
Dante is actually
comfortable
going to be
at.
coming off a pit lane. They got that thing coming. He is going to be on the lead lap. We're going to get this thing sorted out really, really quick in order to get this thing underway.
Got that car back in good condition, good enough to run this race. Field stacking a little bit, trying to figure everything out.
Figure some stuff out. Let's give a little skip action here, trying to.
All right, I think we're back rolling.
Yeah, we're back rolling.
Might go one more lap. Yep, we're gonna go one more lap. But look at those cars under the lights. Beautiful, beautiful
Now, other
sight.
than Miles Johnson, only 2 other drivers have won races here at this racetrack in GTO sanctioned events.
Who were those drivers?
Javen Tucker and Donnie Wu. Donnie Wu won the Hudson Memorial 125 here, and Javen Tucker won the first race earlier this season. Rashad Metz.
Oh, in the Strictly Stock Series.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought you were considering all the
I'm
series.
considering all the series. As we were going back
All-Star
to the
race. Trevor Levine won the All-Star race.
Oh, I forgot about that. My bad. Trying to pull some Mike Joy facts out of there, but
can't forget about Trevor. We hadn't seen him in a while, but
hopefully we can get him back here soon for the road course next week, because we got some loose moments there. Mostly single file now. Look at them, how hard they are pushing this car. 3 wide back there in the back of the pack.
let's look at Nicholas Collier on the hunt right now. I heard some tires squeaking.
Oh,
somebody's spinning.
Javen Tucker helicopter into turn 1.
Spinning like a top down. Look at all the smoke from you
Let's
smoking
see
up the
what
tires.
happened here. He is
Bounced off the wall.
in the turn 4s when it happened.
Did he get loose?
We got that bad camera angle, so we can't really see anything.
I think he bounced off the wall.
I think he bounced off the wall like last time. Yeah, there you see it right there. Just bounces off the wall and heavy contact.
Coco.
Javen Tucker goes around, and the caution flag is out yet again. Rashad Metz is still your leader. I have stopped counting at this point, as we tend to do here at this racetrack. We used to race here back in the day on GT Sport and call it the 100 laps of caution. And it seems to be living up to that name so far this race.
Very true. That's very true. And that's back when we had multiple grooves to race in this at this racetrack.
Yes,
now we go green once
back
again.
at the green. And that was actually back in the day when I got beat by a truck racing an actual race car, which I am still embarrassed about to this day.
Oh, I'm sorry to laugh. That was a funny night. That was a really funny night.
A lot of fun times here at Northern Isle. This is where the league all started, and to win here, it means a lot to these drivers, just because this is where everyone started out on GT Sport. GTO Johnson goes around in the back.
This is the track where everybody started off at, where the league started off at, and these drivers.
So to
it
win here,
just means a lot to them.
Oh, a lot of people checking up. And can't see nothing out of the windshield of Johnson.
He got loose on the bumps. Yep. Oh, he saved it. He got loose there, but saved it.
Turn.
Oh, he's sitting in deep.
Everyone checked
and
up.
got checked up. hard hit. Saw the helmet snap there. Good thing he's wearing that Hans device.
And that green strap.
Hans devices are required on all race cars. No caution is out. These drivers are going to still go green. Donnie Wu was trying to find a way around Rashad Mehta. Rashad is making that car
He's
really,
trying
really
his
wide.
hardest. The longest green flag run so far, 36 laps in. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff happening back there in the back of the pack. And the 60 car is around.
Nicholas Collier.
Nicholas Collier having a really
And
good
Miles
night.
Johnson
And
spins it.
Johnson spins it again.
Oh my gosh.
We're not
The way it
gonna
looks from behind.
look at that. Let's see what happened here. If we can get a good camera angle on it. Going into turn one. Let's see if he hits the bumps. Yes, he does. As that car spins around. And then here comes Johnson from the background. There he goes. Back in the background.
Oh, Johnson was spinning in the middle of two. He wasn't even at the bumps yet.
But you look, he just ran a 13.1 lap time.
Jesus.
That is 5/10 faster than what won the pole here earlier tonight. So he was definitely pushing that car hard. As Rashad Metz is still your leader, 38 laps in. Not at the halfway point yet, but we will get there eventually. Hopefully.
Eventually, and we go green. Javen Tucker.
Very, very disarrayed on the start there, but we are going to keep her going. The mess ensues behind the leader. Single file up front, 3 wide in the back of the pack, trying to jockey for positions.
Look at Miles Johnson cutting through the field, slicing and dicing. Getting good runs. Look at him. Goes 3 wide.
3 wide around the top. Is that the 60 car? Hard into
Saves it. Oh
he saved it.
I don't know how he kept that thing going. And Miles Johnson saves it again.
Another great save. I want to watch that one again.
Miles Johnson's car is so loose but so fast.
And keeps her going.
We need a protractor because I need to know what angle he had.
As Collier and massive wreck ensues in the pack. That was not long. We had a nice save, but it did not last long. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it seemed like, a lot more spins than that. 24 cars halfway around, and Collier got caught up in everyone checking up. Second place there. Paganex is searching for his first career victory here in the league still. And he's put himself in position right now. We still got a long way to go, but he's got the track position. As we are going to wait one more lap to go green flag racing. But what do you think it means for these drivers to win here at Northern Isle?
I think it's one of those crown jewel events. We have 2 of them, but just winning here is just like a sign that you got better. You know, you improved. This is where we all started. Look at where we're going. And winning here is just like winning at the Brickyard. You know what I'm saying? It's just
like the Bristol Night Race.
The Indianapolis 500, for example, is just what made them big. It's just a crown jewel event. Great racing, great strategy, and it's just really hard to get it done there. And these drivers are really showing that tonight. You see that it's really hard to pass the leader. You really got to try to outsmart him on the starts. You got to be able to get a good run. You have to take a little bit of a risk. But Miles Johnson
moved
back
up to
to
second space.
And
Donnie moves around. Another caution. Another one. Let's see if it's turn 2 bumps. And
oh my goodness, into the wall.
Just a ton of... Oh, got a little nudge there, I believe.
I think he was already loose, and that little bit of help he got from Javen Tucker did not help his case.
Look at the roof camera of Javen Tucker's car. Yeah, a lot of contact in the back of the pack.
Javen is just trying to go through every hole that exists on the race.
Yep,
just a slight tap there.
And that's going to bring out another caution.
There's a hole. Javen Tucker's going for it. The high groove has been the fastest groove all night and around this racetrack.
On restarts, which we're about to have. And Miles Johnson has moved his way back up into second after spinning out at least every other lap for the first half of this race. We're closing in on the halfway point here in the Renegade Films 150.
Look who's won too. The points leader and the person that's first and the person who's second place in the points are up there.
Excellent restart by Rashad Metz there. Johnson stuck on the outside.
I think the strategy to beating Rashad Metz on the inside lane, you gotta pinch him if you're on the outside lane, you gotta pinch him down to the bottom. Because if you don't pinch him down to the bottom, then you're gonna lose a lot of position. Rashad goes back to third. Miles Johnson to second place. Is he gonna be able to get around?
Oh, we got a car spinning in the back. Who is this? And it's Donald. We went back a whole lap, so we speed her up a little bit to see what happened here, because we have got yet another spin. Well, if you like watching caution laps, you are in for a good one here tonight. Yeah, I believe he hit the turn 2 bumps again. As we got massive chaos unfolding in the front of the pack. But Shotmaster leader, Johnson in second. Talk about this crowd here tonight. We got a packed full stands, another sellout crowd. Sold out earlier this season for the day race. And we have sold out again here for the night race.
Cross the line at lap 50 here. We still have a lot of racing to go. It's going to be a long night for us in the booth, Miles.
And don't worry, I brought my pillow and a little blankie up here to take a little nap in the next caution. So might just have to go to it, crank it up for a little while and rest up.
But here we go on this restart. They got to pinch the bottom. They have to pinch. Miles Johnson has to pinch Rashad on the bottom lane and not let him get that run. Really has to side draft as they go green.
Oh, Mess did not get a good restart that time.
Miles Johnson from the outside lane. What a run!
Lots of contact behind. Hopefully they can keep her going straight. Johnson up front for the first time, I believe, this race. After spinning every lap.
Tucked in behind. Rashad is tucked in close behind. Rashad was somebody that was spinning out every single race, every single lap here last time. It seems to the luck has shifted. Rashad goes to the inside.
Not going to be able to get there, though. Tuck's back in behind. A good race for the lead right now.
Oh, Rashad set it up. Set up a good run. Get side by side with Miles Johnson.
Side by side. Will he be able to clear him? Yes, he does, as a car spins in the back of the pack.
Oh, they're both sideways. Did you see that?
Collier's around. Let's see what happened.
Oh my gosh, that was hard wreck. There's a lot of smoke. Those people that try to drive the bottom lane and the people getting the run off the top have to try to navigate each other, but they hit the wall and it stacks everything up. So let's look what happened to Miles Johnson and Rashad.
I believe. This happened as the caution went out, I believe.
Both were sideways on the exit.
Johnson saved it again, though.
They were tandeming almost.
The green flag is waving even though the caution is out. The flag stands a little confused. But we are about to get the halfway point here. The halfway point is actually lap 56 and a half, I believe. 57 and a half, my bad.
These drivers think they're prepared to go green right now.
See.
And they do.
Javen
Miles
Tucker
Johnson got a little loose on the start, stacks up the outside
got
groove, but he still needs to run.
though. Tucker's going to go up on the outside lane with Johnson. That's going to help Johnson. Will Johnson be able to get past? He's looking to the inside. Dives her down in there. Slide, job it. Can he get there? No, he can't.
Gets in front of
Heavy
Javen Tucker,
contact. Into the wall goes Johnson.
Javen Tucker is hunting. He's on a mission, trying to go back-to-back here, trying to sweep the Northern Isle races for this season.
Yeah, he's been really, really fast here all throughout his career. Looking to get another win here tonight. He knows he's out of championship contention, but he knows he can still go out there and win every week, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here tonight.
You can put Javen Tucker in any vehicle, and he'll sit there and he'll win in it. Javen Tucker's fast in anything he drives, to be honest. But look at Miles Johnson. Rashad gets a loose on the outside lane.
Oh, some contact. Sliding up to the top lane. Oh, to the inside, contact. Mets hanging around there. Javen
Tucker to the lead.
Here goes Mets back down to the inside as we got
Somebody
a car.
Smashed the wall.
Who is that? Nicholas Collier.
Nicholas Collier backed it into the wall there.
Let's see what happened here. If we can see through all the smoke.
All the smoke these drivers are generating here.
Yep, got loose and
turned.
Hard hit.
That's why safety is so important. We got these drivers. That's why we caution for single car crashes. We want to make sure these drivers are safe. We don't want to send somebody around to come get bulldozed and T-boned coming around the track at race speed when they are way under the speed of the racetrack.
Javen Tucker is your leader on this restart, but look who's right behind him. Johnson. Johnson's pretty good at pushing on restarts, so I'd look for that inside lane to get a good jump here.
Rashad's on that outside groove, not where he wants to be at. We are 3 wide on the restart already.
CJ Howe jumps in there.
See, Rashad was trying to go for a pinch there on Miles Johnson. I think he let him in a little bit there. Oh, they're 3 wide. Dante is trying to use all the racetrack.
Lots of contact.
Oh my God.
We got a big wreck in the back of the pack. 2 cars around. Let's see what happened here.
We're having a lot of incidents, and there's no Canadians on the track today. So.
Yeah, gosh, hard incident. 2 cars involved. It happened in front of them, hard to the inside line. Yeah, just big stack up there off of turn 4. Who's your leader here?
I think Miles Johnson might be the leader of today's race.
Oh, Javen Tucker is the leader. Johnson's second, but look, Rashad Metz is happy to be back on that inside lane. I know that much.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We finally made it past halfway. We might actually finish this race tonight.
Just a lot of grip on that bottom lane on the restarts as they get up to speed.
And last time we were here, it was a day race, so that track was hot and slick. Now you figure it's probably 20 to 30 degrees cooler since it's in a night race and we're underneath the lights. So that track's going to have a lot more grip. Those engines are going to be loving that cold air out there tonight.
Definitely agree with you. I see they roared down there. Rashad couldn't really get the restart he wanted to. Javen Tucker slides up trying to stall the outside groove. But all it did was make it stronger.
Tucker out there leading. This is his home race. This is actually near Fort Worth, Texas on the GTO map if you take a look at it. So Tucker trying to win again at his home track in front of his home crowd.
Look at those 4 cars all lined up around the top side. Miles Johnson trying to get to the bottom lane. And he does get around him.
Metz is going to go with him. 3-car battle for the lead.
Look how loose Rashad was going through the corner. Car was stepping a little bit side by side with Javen Tucker.
Some contact.
Miles Johnson is pulling away. Rashad almost wrecks it. What a save by Rashad Metz.
I gotta take a look at that save there, if I can. He's in second place, I believe. Dropped back to
whoever
third.
That back end was bobbling on him.
See if we can get back to where.
This is where it happened. Broke loose right at the turn 2 bumps.
Was able to get her back going straight though. Fortunately, settles back in 4th spot. As they are racing hard for the lead, but back here in the back of the pack, they're having a hell of a race that we haven't really talked about.
side by side between a lot of these drivers. Zay Smitty trying to work that outside groove right now as Miles Turner was trying to use it as well. But look at Javen Tucker reeling in Miles Johnson here. He's learning how to drive in the 30
cars around in the back of the pack. Nicholas Collier and Donnie Wu.
Both of them spun, I think, at the same time.
At the same time, multiple victims. A double kill for the turn 2 bumps. Something that we've seen multiple times here. As I believe Donnie Wu met the same fate. Yes, he did. Mets barely slipped past. Tough break. Johnson is still your leader. We're going to come into a caution.
This is one heck of a race so far. Trying to race that high lane, trying to be fast at the same time as well as trying to not become a victim of the turn 2 bump. So just trying to navigate that and be fast at the same time. It's really tricky.
Yeah, let's see. Again, there's still a lot of racing left. If you're in last place now, you can still win this race. As we get back to going, Metz and Johnson lined up on the inside lane.
Shaw's giving him a push. Look at that push. Still locked bumpers. Clears them both. Working together is going to be very important. Both those drivers want to win this race. Look at Dante to the inside of Rashad. He's going to try to work that bottom groove, but his car, you see, is getting tight as he's trying to chase it up the racetrack.
We have a caution flag out.
Javen Tucker.
Javen Tucker, I believe. Oh, he was going backwards down the back straight or the straightaway, which is something that you don't want to see. Which is the reason for caution.
Let's see what happened here.
Oh, I think he got hooked. We need to take a look backwards.
Yep.
33 car got into the back of him.
I didn't see that the last thing on the last angle that we had until then.
See if we can find the 33 car. Let's just see what happened here. This is after the fact, I believe, so we are just gonna get her back to going green. Another caution here, lap 74. When do you think it's go time for these drivers?
I have no clue. I think it's just trying to get in good enough position. Everybody wants to be within the top 3. That's where you can get some good striking distance. If you're behind that, you might as well kiss your chance of winning goodbye. So everybody is trying to get into that top 3 right now. So that's the stressful part. You always have to be on the hunt as they go green. Rashad and Miles Johnson working together again on the restart.
And I took a look, as I'm going to do some trends here. I took a look at the spring race here in the Strictly Stock Series in the 125 lap event, and the average last lap of caution is, we have another one, we will come back to that. Donnie moves it around again. But the average last lap of caution is within 5 laps to go.
Look at that 3 wide move attempt. See, they get so close to each other that they take the air off of each other. It disrupts the balance of the race car, and they get sideways when they're 3 wide like that, especially in turns 3 and 4.
Let's see who's the leader here. I believe Johnson still is, but he spun out under caution. Lap 77 here underneath the lights. The crowd is enjoying the show. What an event, what a venue. Until we say so long to this racetrack, until next season of the Strictly Stock Series.
Super excited to see Rashad on the outside of Miles Johnson, not where he wants to be.
And
I feel like
back
you're going to
to
see
racing
side
we
drafting
go.
as you see pinching Miles Johnson to that bottom lane, trying to stall out that inside groove. Couldn't quite take the air off like he wanted to. But saves himself a lot of loss of position. They're 3 wide. They are 3 wide.
Oh, Metz gets the worst of it. Rashad Metz got thrown way back in the pack as they're still battling hard.
Oh
Nicholas
my gosh,
Collier
that
up
was
there. It's been a
not
while
a good start.
since we've seen Nicholas Collier up there. Fighting for the lead now.
Side by side with Miles Johnson. Nicholas Collier has some speed.
Those teammates up there. Collier finished just ahead of his teammate Johnson last week at Route X to get the win. Now they're in the top 2 spots again. As we have another spinner.
Donnie Wu. Once again a victim. Was that turn 2 this time?
Bumps.
Yep.
I believe.
That's 3. Yep, turn 2.
Oh, he got some help that time. He definitely got some help.
I wonder who helped him out.
I believe the 33 car. As we are going to take a look here on this camera angle.
I think the 33 got bumped forward. I think Rashad bumped the 33 forward and it got in contact with.
Yeah.
Rashad was hooking the 33, and when the 33 saved it, it got into the rear end of Donnie Wu.
So cars hooking cars that are hooking.
It's a hook chain.
The triple hook there. Plus the turn 2 bumps.
I'm starting to see these drivers get a lot more aggressive as the race goes on. So these drivers are trying to get good track position, trying to set themselves up. The last caution flap is lap 110. As we get closer to that, I think these drivers are trying to get a good, smart game plan, how to find their way towards get their way in the front, so they can be in contention for this race.
Flags back underway. Johnson messes up on the restart. Javen Tucker shoves her down to the inside. Oh, Johnson's hard on the wall. Donnie Wu's in the pits.
Johnson, I think, is around.
Johnson is around. What happened? Also on this restart, Johnson got shoved way up the track.
He
and
gave
then got
too much.
adored.
He gave too much room to Javen Tucker on the restart, and Javen Tucker went for it. Already side by side into one, and then he tried to go into I don't know if you saw what just happened, but the 33 went onto the apron, and once he transitioned back off the apron and shot his car straight up the racetrack.
And
so Miles Johnson is not happy about that.
Last.
Miles Johnson is not happy.
Sean Metz is back in the mix. Nicholas Collier's back up there. Pekinex has worked his way back into the top 5. He has been fast all night, just hasn't really gotten where he needs to go. And see the 74 car, Miles Turner, into the top 10. Wait for the 2 wrecked cars to rejoin the field. A Chevy top 3 right now. 2 Monte Carlos and an SS, followed by a Mustang and the Dodge of Peganex.
All right, as they get ready to go green once again, Miles, who are you looking at right now as your favorite for this
That
race?
inside line, whoever's on that inside line is going to be my favorite.
Look at that push
not
Rashad
the best
gives
start.
to Javen Tucker.
The outside lane actually got a good start, but here comes Javen Tucker and Rashad Metz rocketing to the inside.
Rashad pinched him on the outside.
Rashad pinched him. Collier trying to stick her to the bottom. Moves back up into the podium spot. Lots of contact off of turn 4.
Collier really has been trying to make that inside lane work, and it just hadn't been working with him that well. 3 wide there.
Oh!
Did Rashad get sideways there?
Almost
oh my
lost
gosh,
it,
still loose.
Nicholas Collier up there battling for that lead now. We haven't seen that car in clean air yet, so I wonder what that thing's going to do once he gets that 60 car up front.
Look at him diamond in the corner perfectly. Gets a nice run. Just really has to be patient with how he tries to pass Javen Tucker. I think he should wait for a mistake and he should pounce on top of it. Look how much time he gains in that corner. But there goes his problem.
Pushing it a little bit too hard, trying to gain. And we got a car stopped on the back straightaway. It's Donnie Wu.
The car gets looser and looser the faster you go into that corner.
Let's shoot that right front. Oh, yeah.
Rashad was loose behind him too.
But you see those tires, they glow bright red whenever they get overheated. So that little tiny transition at the bank and outside of turn 2, plus those tires overheating, just causes these cars to get really, really light. And it makes it really, really hard to handle these things.
Super excited to see how this race finishes up. Hopefully it goes green the rest of the way.
Hopefully we can get this thing in. We're back to green flag racing here.
These boys are racing hard.
Javen Tucker out to a pretty decent lead, single filed out mostly behind him. Collier getting pretty loose as we got another car around hard into the wall. Is a 33, and we are going to skip the replay.
Skip through the caution.
And get this thing back to going. So we're back to green. Johnson's on the outside now, fighting for the lead.
Johnson is fast.
Clears him on the outside, lap 96.
Lap 110 will be the final caution lap. I think Rashad and Miles are just wishing that lap was right now.
Oh, Johnson
wow,
gets
Rashad's around. Saves it.
Gets almost spun by Nicholas Collier. Will that bring out a caution?
No, it doesn't, because Rashad kept it going.
We're still green flag racing here.
Rashad
as
has
the
a lot of work to
33's hard into the wall in the back of the pack. Another caution. But we're going to try to get her back going. As the green flag is back out, Collier ducks down to the inside right behind his teammate, the 06 and the 60. Up front, Rashad Metz fought his way back into the middle of the top 10. Collier goes deep down to the inside. Not going to be able to get there, though. Hard on the wall he goes.
Still in the lead. Look at the
they are
three.
Battling hard. Look at
behind.
Metz trying to make some moves here.
Trying so hard.
Oh,
Somebody's
we
around.
got another one around. It's the 33 again. Backed under caution. Johnson is your leader. So we're
Get back to green flag racing.
Get her back to green flag racing here. As we can see if we can get this thing underway as we come to the restart zone. And we are back to racing here in the Renegade.
Johnson not get the start he wanted to. Got pushed. Wow, somebody's loose on the restart. Rashad's trying to push to get that outside groove moving forward. This time it works because Miles Johnson was the only inside car that was able to pull up. And Rashad goes around Dante. He's going to try to run down Miles Johnson.
He's going to try to run him down. Johnson out to a huge lead now. Oh, we got a big wreck in the back of the pack. Massive, massive crash.
He's going to bring out a caution as well. We should go ahead and skip to the green flag here.
Let's see if we can get something going here. As we are going to get ready to get this thing, try to get it set up here where we can get back to as Johnson's still up front, fighting
It's
for
a
the
great
lead.
battle so far. An amazing battle.
Amazing battle so far. Ooh, big wreck in the back of the pack.
Big
The 33
sideways
goes round,
move
but
there.
it's to pass the last lap of caution.
Uh-oh. Now it's going to be a two-horse race right here unless Donnie Wu can reel in Rashad. Can reel in Rashad.
That's trying to get it in.
These two have not been shy. These two have not been shy.
Donnie Wu's going to go around hard into the wall, but this is the race for the lead.
Rashad and Miles Johnson have been racing each other for years, like how it started. And these two are back battling again. Both of them have loose moments sideways on the exit of the corner. Rashad gaining time, reeling in Miles Johnson here.
Coming up, we got 3 more laps to go here. Will Rashad Metz be able to slip past him?
Really trying to get to him.
He's there. He is definitely there.
Oh man, not much racing left to go.
Looking to the inside. The white flag this time around. And the Renegade's Film 150.
Rashad's on his bumper. Can he capitalize?
Johnson
Can he make a
hits
move?
the
Johnson
wall.
hits the wall. Rashad goes
to the inside. Johnson gonna try to hit the crossover. Coming down the back straightaway. 1 to go. Did the turns 3 and 4.
Oh my gosh.
Off the final turn.
Javen Tucker's
Johnson's
there.
gonna win the Renegade Films 150. What a finish here tonight. What a race that was.
That
what
was
a
spectacular.
Finish. Johnson barely pulls it out in a spectacular last lap turn of events. That was a crazy and wild Northern Isle finish. But
I do agree.
Want a shout out to our sponsor again, Metz Painting, great sponsor of the league. Hit them all up for all of your painting needs, indoor and outdoor. And if you're in the Midlands area, Metz Painting where improvement is there especially. But what a race we had tonight. Caution filled. Maybe we wish we had a little bit more green flag runs, but Miles Johnson comes out as the winner here, extending his record for most wins ever at Northern Isle Speedway.
That is incredible finish, to be honest. Seeing Miles Johnson get that win, but Rashad Metz finished right behind him, so that's not too much of a points loss for Rashad Metz. I think he didn't want to make a really, really dumb move trying to pass Miles Johnson and said, he might just be better if he tries to go for the win, but not be too reckless with it and get some good points today. And I'm glad he chose to do that instead of trying to run through Miles Johnson.
What an excellent finish. A class act by Rashad Metz. Clean racing by both drivers there at the end to put on the show. Tucker squeezed out the podium, but unfortunate break for Nicholas Collier and Donnie Wu, which finished 10th and 11th, I believe. So tough break for them. That's going to hurt them a bunch in the points and possibly put them out of championship contention.
Yeah, sad to see those two drivers be in that position right now. A lot of turn two victims today, and it actually took a lot of the points drivers out of contention. So it sucks to see it.
But thank you all for watching the race here tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the Renegade Films 150. We will see you next weekend at Watkins Glen, the third and final road course event of the Strictly Stock Series season. So look for that. We're going to have a couple more Winston Cup Series races coming up. And make sure to check out our podcast coming up soon. This week, most likely going to be posting it on Wednesday, where we'll go over everything that happened this race and other things going on around the league. So thank you, Rashad, for joining me again, and I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you for watching.